Hey free-to-play gang, welcome back to another really quick video. So I want to go through some of the skills that PARMI has in her current showcase, which is indeed a bug. So I mean, it's not really a bug, it was poorly written and poorly described, and they kind of changed it up a little bit as well. They added some extra stuff to her kit. So let's take a look at some of the changes to her kit, which I don't think it really matters so much, except maybe her third skill. But anyway, this is her first skill, right? Dream Bell Curve. Attacks one enemy, deals damage based on the attacker's attack, which is herself of course. Grants recovery to the ally with the lowest HP percentage, which is exactly whatever that we have seen in the patch notes. Now moving on to her second skill. So this is Pipe Dream Echo. We're gonna move in front a little bit. Now attacks all enemies and deals damage based on the attacker's attack. Each speed grants extra damage based on attack. So she's gonna scale off speed as well, but the thing is, it seems like how many hits is she doing here? Single hit. Okay, so it's just a single hit, which means I don't think it's gonna scale that well unless her speed scaling is insane. Like one speed is 1%, for example. If that's the case, then yeah, there is some crazy numbers, but I don't think for the fact that she's a controller that she's gonna have some very crazy multiplier on her speed scaling. So I don't think it matters. Now reduces all enemies AP and has a chance of inflicting attack down. So very nice, right? So this is the part that I really like about her. And of course, at Ascension, you also deal extra damage to incapacitated enemies. So enemies who are stunned, which is like perfect because her kit revolves a lot around stuns, and when enemies are stunned, right, in her R4 state, she also increases the speed of your entire team, which is really good. So I like her kit a lot. But now moving on to her third skill, which is the part with the major change to her entire setup. So Fantasy Creator attacks all enemies and deals damage based on the attacker's attack. Now each speed grants extra damage based on attack and has a chance of inflicting stun. Now I'm not sure what the chance of inflicting stun is. I hope it's 100%. If it's not 100%, this is kind of sad. But the thing is, at R6, this is where she becomes a little bit better, or she becomes whatever that was shown in the patch notes. So essentially, if she fails to stun, she would have a chance to sleep, or rather the sleep is actually a 100% chance because it cannot be resisted. So if that were true, you are absolutely going to incapacitate every single one of the enemies with just her third skill. It is almost certainly guaranteed, except if you're up against a hide or if you're up against immune enemies. So very nice, the fact that she has incapacitation on her third skill means that not only is she going to benefit from her second skill, which does more damage, but at the same time her R4 effect is going to give the rest of your allies speed. So as long as one of the enemies are stunned or incapacitated, then the rest of your team is going to gain speed. So because of that, I think her kit is really interesting. Now, as for EMBLA, okay, so there is something that I really need to talk about, and I don't think I can do it in this particular video because this is a PARMI showcase, but there is something that Nikoni said that really resonated with me, and that's the fact that when she kills an enemy, that triggers an auto detonation, right? And auto detonation would instantly reflect full stack DPS. That's about it, right? But the thing is, at R2, that would then deal the same amount of damage to all the other enemies. So essentially, she would become something like a Tether at R2, I think. And in fact, I do feel like she is kind of like an R2 Tether at her R2 itself. So she might actually be a very strong R2 unit, so that has to be tested. And I'll definitely test out to figure out whether do I really want her to be R2 or not. But I think from what we can expect right now, I feel like she has to be at R2 in order to perform her best. But with that said, this is the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed today's content, don't forget to leave a thumbs up. It really helps the channel, and subscribe for more Dislyte content. Now with that said, this has been Free to Play, and as always, I will see you in the next video.